We appreciate you coming back to the Coin Surreys channel. Greetings all. We will go over the Bitcoin bull run both before and after retracements. Everything from moonshots to parabolas and beyond will be covered. Brics, XRP, and has everything been finalized? On what basis is it employed? Truthfully, we'll go into that closer to the video's conclusion. But be assured, all the necessary information is here, as I indicated before, or in the first video of the day. We will also go over the over-the-counter possibilities. I often find myself the target of inquiries. Marketplace vendor. What exactly is an OTC in terms of over-the-counter choices? Which ones are reliable? We intend to analyze OTC in great detail. Excuse me, but I would like to start this video right now. Bitcoin $62,576, that's currently down 8.3%. The price of Ethereum has dropped 10.69% in the past 24 hours, reaching $3,213, while XRP has remained relatively unchanged at 58 cents. Both USDT and USDC are back where they were relative to the dollar. The first video of the day brought up the idea that I might get a little cordless drill. I was glancing at 60 cents. Dan, I have told you I double-checked everything, but it began at 78 cents. Due to the foolish person who sold everything, it has turned around. Using the common area, and the cost dropped dramatically. Along the way, we'll talk about Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency whose value might plummet even worse the following day. However, is it profound? In my opinion, it is not profound. It will be extremely surface level, in my view. For example, let's pretend for a second that credentials suddenly drop in price from 48 cents to 12 cents. A 20% drop. I agree. You know, every time I jump in, I feel an overwhelming sense of happiness. It will be tweeted about by me. Lux Lions. There is a ton of content coming your way for your NFPs. Lux Line Goods, which have a ton of partnerships and VC support, will be featured at one of the 3 biggest web-based metaverse gaming events in Saudi Arabia. What do you call these kind of gatherings? Whatever you want to name them, I have no idea. Furthermore, Dubai next month will have Token 2049. The next performance will be at a Thai event around 5 days from now. You're excited to talk about the potential of the next generation of fat penguins. Hey there, hip cats. The upcoming big thing is there in front of your eyes. We're about to go off like a rocket into space, and you won't be able to catch a wave of admiration, but you'll think, wow, this Tone dude is the same one I've been into for the last 2 years. He keeps gushing about his idea, but I'm not quite prepared to give it my all just yet. Now when you take a closer look, everything is 10, 15x, 20x. Go ahead and go in there with 65 bucks. I dare you. When you use your credit card to pay XRP each month and get XRP back, everyone benefits. After that, this was given to me as a favor. The European Union has just removed the US dollar from trading. It is quite intriguing that Tether was booted. Continuing on, you have reached the DC maximum bit size. They tweeted about it. People, this is the individual who sold these things over the counter. Have a look at this tweet. Nearly 8,900% of its value was wiped out. Just as good as a BitMEX for that reason. A drug that may be bought without a prescription is required. I have talked a lot about this on this channel before. If you are planning to send a large amount of money. A brief explanation of what an over-the-counter. If you search for crypto OTC, you will get a lot of results. Crypto.com investigating Kraken's offerings is another possibility. That can be arranged through GSR as well. Take note that there is a bare minimum for each of them. A minimum of $250,000 in JSR is required. You need to fill out an application before you may send cryptocurrency in installments. The process is more involved than just saying, oh, submit an application, and then waiting 2 days to get the green light and have everything up and running. 3 or 4 weeks passed before I received my approval. As we continue to explore this material, these lines will gradually appear. One great thing about over-the-counter options is that they do away with the possibility of slippage. On top of that, unlike public exchanges, you may usually get a better price when selling Bitcoin over the counter. The events that transpired last night as we slept are as follows. Due to insufficient liquidity, BitMEX Day was unable to process all of his Bitcoin transactions. Unfortunately, he lost $4 million. Is that so? Not a clue. Would be disastrous to lose $4 million. I can't afford to lose $50, even though I have $4 million. You have to be kidding me. Stop being a slacker and apply for a GSR, a crank, and an over-the-counter desk all at once at Crypto.com. Get a Gemini by asking for a basis for your coins. You can apply for all of these famous ones without spending a dime. Maybe even someone disagrees, but saying just fill out the form in response is perfect. Get your own facts before you try to sell anything. I can tell you that much right now. If we hit $3, I won't even know there are 333,000 XRP. You can attempt selling it in bulk, but there won't be enough liquidity for you to make a profit. Imagine thinking you can sell 333,000 XRP for $3 each and earning $1 million. In reality, you might only make $600,000. This guy lost $4 million. So, how does that strategy pan out? How do you think that will affect your emotions? It will hurt, won't it? Wow, that's going to be painful. Be sure to inquire around if you require any kind of assistance. Simple as pie, give me a call. Become a member of my Patreon group, and we can arrange for a private session. There are 4 phases to the Bitcoin halving process, and my Patreon group is open 24/7 in case you need assistance or simply want to chat. Please just inform me if you require any clarification or assistance. Right now, this is all the data that matters to you. Around a month we are 60 days away from the anticipated pre-retrace rally, light blue, and the pre-retrace breakout is happening a bit early, by a few days. This is relevant to the impending Bitcoin halving in April, which is just a month away. Slowly but surely, Bitcoin is transitioning from the pre-retrace rally phase into the pre-retrace retrace. You just made an enormous sacrifice. Here we are, right where the 28 to 14 day window before halving typically occurs for very avid retrieval. On top of that, since its peak, the price of Bitcoin has fallen by at least 11%. It seemed like the past was coming back to haunt us last week. It seems like the pre-halving rally had happened just a few days before the predicted retracement. Nevertheless, the present pattern of decline might continue for at least a few more weeks. Please take note that the pre-halving retrace has commenced. Our expectations, then, are the value of Bitcoin continues to fall, despite its extraordinary never-before-dawn price rise and its pre-halving period, when it broke into a new all-time high. Bitcoin has managed to repeat itself. The pre-event rally began promptly, as scheduled. Furthermore, it appears that the pre-halving retrace is commencing precisely at the scheduled time. After this, we shall go to the last process before getting a trace. We started a 38% correction in 2016, and by 2020 it had reduced to 20%. A pre-halving retracement, which usually happens 28 to 14 days before halving, is happening right now. The current odds indicate to an 11% correction. A pre-retrace phase, which may start in March and last up to 77 days, might commence in May or June, after a potential correction and multi-month reaccumulation. The markets are anticipated to continue their upward trajectory in the summer. We might be in the midst of the third and fourth quarters if this reaccumulation lasts 5 months. The altcoin market will have completely recovered from Bitcoin's meteoric rise by the time we reach the year 2025. At that point, the video shuts off. It would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. As usual, until next time.